Everybody, it's Ran Biderman and welcome to another episode of Buying a House for the First Time. So my goal in this video is to share with you some industry secrets, tips from my experience. I've been in the industry 22 years. I helped more than 1,500 people buy and sell their properties. So from that experience, I learned a lot of different things that I'd like to share with you right now. Okay, so let's go over the list. Number one, you got to check your credit. A lot of people begin searching for a home before they even think about, wait a second, how much can we afford? How much monthly payments can we afford? How much money do we have, etc. You want to stop for 1 second. Just don't rush into making quick decisions because it's going to cost you a lot of money at the end. So slow down the process a little bit. Don't slow down on your excitement. You can still stay excited about purchasing a house, but it is a big deal. You're purchasing your first home. Therefore, you want to make sure you're doing it the right way. If you follow the 7 steps I'm giving you right now, you're going to save yourself a lot of time, a lot of aggravation. As a matter of fact, it's going to help you be a lot more successful with the home purchasing process. So let's go over the whole thing. Number one is you got to check your credit. So before you rush and begin your home search, you want to make sure that you're actually prepared financially. You want to maybe contact somebody, or you can do it online. There's plenty of different websites these days that give you free credit score. Now, if you recognize that your credit score is below the 650 range, you might want to take some time, like a couple of months, and contact a credit repair company to repair your credit. Now, listen to me. This is huge. If your credit score is below a certain number, number one, you're not going to qualify for a mortgage. Number two, if you do qualify, you would qualify for a high interest rate. So therefore, it's best to take the time to correct your credit. And sometimes you can correct your credit fairly quickly, like 3 to 6 months. I've seen people going from mid-5s to mid-600s in 6 months when someone professional is helping them to do that. Okay, so you find someone, you work on your credit, and you bring your credit at least to the 650 range. You want to be closer to 700 and, preferably above 700. The difference is huge in monthly payments. The difference is also huge in the down payment required from the bank and the points you might need to pay to get a loan. There's a lot of stuff involved. Trust me on this one. Okay, the second step is you want to save money for a down payment. You cannot purchase a house without money. So if people sell you on the idea that you can purchase a house with no money down, yes, it's possible with other people's money, and it's possible if you might be buying it under an FHA loan with 3% down. What they're not telling you is that you'll need to pay a lot of money because you're only putting a small down payment. So I suggest to take your time, save some money for down payment. And we're talking about if you wish to avoid paying a stupid monthly payment of PMI, which is a mortgage insurance, then you want to consider putting down at least 20%. Now, PMI can run expensive. I mean, you're talking hundreds of dollars a month that you're going to actually just pay because you don't have enough money down payment. So what you're doing is basically you're securing the loan with an insurance, and then insurance is giving the bank assurance that if you go in default, they'll be protected. So that particular payment doesn't go towards your principal, and it doesn't go towards anything. Basically, it's just money that you're paying to have insurance on the mortgage itself. If you put 20% down, you don't need that. You don't even need to deal with that. Now, I do suggest you to talk to your mortgage broker about that. Another thing you want to save money for, which is really the third step here, is save money for your closing costs. I've seen numerous first-time home buyers that have no clue of what it even means to, have closing costs. So they're not calculating that. They're calculating, I need a down payment, how much money can we afford to pay every month? But they're not thinking about going to the actual closing table where there's going to be a lot of different expenses, and you should probably calculate between 3 to 4%, depending if you have PMI payments and other things. But if you're putting 20% down, you're probably going to look around 3% more or less of closing costs. So if the house is costing you $200,000, 3% of $200,000, you're looking about $6,000 that you need to come in addition to the closing table. Another thing you want to think about, which is really the fourth thing here that I want to talk about, is creating yourself an emergency fund. Why do you need that? Well, an emergency fund is basically you want to put on aside 6 to 12 monthly mortgage payments that will be set aside just in case of an emergency. because you don't want to go in default. You go in default, you're going to start getting in trouble. You want to make sure that you're paying your mortgage every single month, and God forbid if you lose your income or you lose your job or something happens to you physically, or something happens to a family member or someone that you really care for and you need to attend. So that's one thing. A second thing that you want to have this money on the side is you never know what's going to happen when you move into the house. Sometimes in the winter time you discover that there is a leak in the roof, or there is a window broken, or there's plumbing issues or electrical issues. So you just want to have at least 6 to 12 months set aside to make sure that you are protected. Okay, the next step, we're getting serious now, okay? You need to get pre-approved before you start looking to buy a house. I want to talk about this conflict. A lot of buyers think, okay, wait a second, let me find a house first, and then if I like it, then I'll get pre-approved. So let me explain the problem with that, and let me show you, I'm talking hundreds and hundreds of scenarios that I went through with buyers, and particularly first-time home buyers, where the buyers have no idea how much they really qualify for. So they do a little bit of calculation. Oh, we have 20 grand on the side, maybe we can purchase a house. If we need to pay only 3% down, 20 grand, we could probably purchase a house. They do this quick calculation and they want to buy a house for 350,000 or 400,000. Now, it can be that they qualify for that with an FHA loan, etc. But here's the issue. When you get yourself pre-approved, you're going to know exactly how much money you can spend every month, because the mortgage broker is going to let you know exactly how much the bank will approve. And then when you get the approval, say the bank says, okay, you can purchase a house up to 350,000. And you were actually shopping around for homes before you got pre-approved, and you looked at homes at 425, 450, 399, 375, and then you go there and you really just approved for 350,000, and now you like a house and you want to make an offer, but your pre-approval is only 350. So obviously you're not going to able to afford to buy the house. Number one. Number two, your offer comes in at 350. The seller wants 400. In most cases that's not going to fly. So you're putting yourself in a position to fail. So get yourself pre-approved before you begin the search. Is going to save you time. You're going to be a lot more professional. Also, when you call an agent, if the agent is professional, I'm going to talk about it in a second. You want to work with an agent that knows what he's doing, he or she. And when you choose an agent to work with, you want to work with someone who knows exactly what they're doing, so they can walk you through the process and save you headaches and money and protect you, etc. So when you call an agent and you tell the agent, hi, my name is, and I'm actually interested in purchasing a house, and I already got pre-approved for 350,000. That's going to help you. It's going to help the agent. It's going to help everybody in the process. And then it's time to go and start looking at homes. You can fall in love with a house at 425,000. If you qualified for 350, you can't buy the house. So I say, don't put yourself in a position to get pissed off or frustrated or sad about the fact that you can't afford to purchase that house for 425. There are plenty of homes on the market, and if they're not, because it's a seller's market, be patient. Be patient. Step 6, find a neighborhood first. The first thing you gotta do when you start looking for a house, which is way better, is start looking for a neighborhood. Like, you need to know exactly which neighborhood you want to live in. And then you start looking for a house in that neighborhood, because you can always renovate a house, you can fix a house, you can extend the house. There's many different things you can do when you purchase a house. You can buy an ugly house and make it beautiful, but you cannot buy an ugly neighborhood and make the neighborhood beautiful. So you want to first look for a neighborhood, feel comfortable with the neighborhood you want to live in. And then inside that neighborhood, start looking for the homes. Find out school system, find out what it is that you're looking for. Like, sit down and have a conversation with yourself, with your family, about what it is that you're looking for in a house and what it is that you're looking for in a neighborhood. And then write all these things down, so that when you actually meet with an agent, when you're ready to contact an agent, you already know what you're looking for. So here's what I want you to do. You got 6 steps over here to prepare yourself to meet with an agent. Now you are super prepared. You know your credit score. You have funds on the side. You have your down payment. You have your closing costs ready. You got pre-approved, and you find the neighborhood you're looking for. Now you're ready to find a house. So at this time, it's time for you to actually find an agent who specializes in the neighborhood that you're looking for. Don't just work with an agent you feel comfortable with. You need an agent who is a professional. Let me give you a list of stuff of what you really should find in an agent and what you should look for when you're looking for the right agent. So as you know, I've been in the industry now for 22 years and I sold over 1,500 homes. I came across not just with first-time home buyers, but also second home purchasers and vacation homes and investors and sellers. And during my experience, what happened was I came across a lot of agents that were really unprofessional. I'm talking about, for example, I'll give you one example. I was selling a property, I was representing a seller. And then we had a purchaser who came in with a brand new agent who didn't really know what she was doing. And she was putting her clients in jeopardy. Not every agent is a professional agent. Not all agents are full-time agents, and not all agents know what they're doing. So a couple of different things. You want to make sure, ask the agent how long you've been in the industry, like how long have you been selling homes. You want to hear at least 2 years in the business. Okay, now you could work with a new agent that is working under a team, and his team leader or her team leader is someone who's been in the business for many, many years. That's okay. You work with them because you're going to also work with the team leader. So you have a team of people helping you purchase your house. And if you feel comfortable with this person, it's okay to work with them. Now, before you make a decision to work with an agent, let me just give you some industry statistics that are very important for you to know. Okay, number one, 73%. It's a big number. 73% of the real estate agents who get their license and start working in our industry quit the business within the first 12 to 18 months. So you're looking at 7 out of 10 people that will quit the business between the first 12 to 18 months. That's why I told you that you need to work with an agent who's been in the industry for at least 2 years, because it means that they already surpassed that time frame of failure. The reason a lot of people fail is because they're not making enough money, and therefore, or they have a second job and they're not really doing it full time. You don't want to end up with an agent like that. You want to end up with an agent who is a specialist, who has experience, who is a top producer in an area, or at least who's someone who's been doing real estate for many, many years. Now, the 27% of agents that actually stay in the industry, that particular 27% are the agents that you're going to find out there. The majority of these agents, about 70% of them, are part-time agents. They have a second job or they do this over the weekend, but many of these part-time agents can be a very good agent to represent you as a buyer because they've been in the industry for many years and been doing it maybe 5, 10, 20 years. So that's the 70%. And then about 15% represents the full-time agents that are doing anywhere between, I would say, 5 and 20 deals a year. These are great agents that you can work with, and you should work with someone like that. They've been in the industry at least for 2 years. They're doing it full-time. They know the specific neighborhood that you're looking to purchase in. They hopefully own their own house, or they had experience of purchasing their own home, so they know exactly what you're going through. And then there is also the 5% of agents, only 5% of agents that are top producers. Okay, these are agents that do at least 25 transactions a year. They've been in the business for at least minimum 2 years, but the majority of them at least 5 years have been in the business. These are the experts. These are the ones that you're probably going to find all their listings. So these are the people you want to go to. You want to find these agents because they have more access to different listings. They have a lot more listings than anyone else. And you might want to end up with an agent like that who can actually represent you and they know exactly what they're doing because they're doing a lot of transactions. In most cases, they have an assistant. In most cases, they have a transaction coordinator that helps them close deals and a lot of other team members that can help them through the process to be a much better agent and guide you through the process and save you money and make sure that you are safe, secured, and you can find your dream home. And that's really the 7th step, finding a real estate agent. So before you rush into choosing an agent, now you know the facts of the industry and you know what you're looking for. Now, I want to talk to you very quickly about my referral network. So I've been in the industry now 22 years. What I've been doing is not just selling a lot of homes. I also built a lot of relationships with many, many, many agents. I have over 18,000 agents that are connected to me from all around the world. These are the best of the best agents you can find. I'm talking about all of them are doing it full time, all of them are serious people, and all of them will be in the 5% of top producers. So if you want to work with a top producer, it's hard to find. What are you going to do? You're going to start calling agents, are you a top producer? You're not going to do that. So in order for you to save time, in order for you to make sure you work with the right people, help me help you. And here's what I can do for you, okay? I'm not charging you for this, so you don't need to worry about that, all right? All you got to do is scroll down to the bottom here. I listed my website, number 1, and my LinkedIn account. You can connect with me on LinkedIn, and then we'll have a chat. Or you can just send me an email and connect with me through my website. Let me know which area, which neighborhood you're looking for, what state, city, neighborhood, etc. What are you pre-approved for? Tell me some of the details. And then I will go into my network and I will find you the best agents in that particular neighborhood. I can do that for you. So it's a no-brainer. If you want to work with a good agent and you want a good agent to represent you and you want somebody who knows the neighborhood, you want somebody who has pocket listings, you want somebody who can negotiate on your behalf and save you money and is an expert who can connect you with the right attorney, with the right inspectors, with the right plumbing and electric companies if you need to do any work, roofers, etc. Someone who has a lot of connections. That's what you need, that's what you're looking for, that's what you should be looking for. Okay, remember to subscribe up here. I'm actually uploading a couple different videos every week to give you tips, to give you different ideas about what happens when you purchase a house or when you sell a property. That's number one. Number two, I'm always available, so all you gotta do is just scroll down and contact me. You can connect with me on LinkedIn, connect on social media, or send me an email through my website. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.